Hey leaders, Tarun Stevenson here for the Tarun Stevenson Leadership Channel. And in this episode, I want to talk to you about legacy, why it matters, and how you can develop a legacy in your leadership. Come on, let's get into it. All right, this episode, we're going to be talking about legacy, why it matters, and how you can develop legacy in your leadership. This week, I had the privilege of attending the funeral of my great aunt, and she died at 89. And what amazed me so much at this funeral was listening to the story of her life and the imprint or the legacy that she left on the lives of others. She was a school teacher, and as the eulogy was read, some of the points that came out about her life as a school teacher was that she always taught with kindness, and she invested in children, and she was a funny teacher. She was an approachable teacher. She built relationships with her students. And then after hearing the eulogy, there were some tributes that were read out. And, a number of tributes that came in were from children that she had actually taught decades earlier, but they still remembered her, and they talked about the impression that she had left on their life and the legacy that she had left on their life in their time with her as their teacher. And it really got me thinking about leadership and how we leave a mark on the people that we lead. When it's all said and done, when you hang up your boots and you move on, all that is left of your leadership is the imprint that you left on the people that you led. That's your legacy. It's not the things you built. Things that are built can be pulled down, but the imprints and the relationships that you made on and the impact you made on people, that is what you will be remembered for. And so legacy matters. And as you lead, you've got to be thinking about, what legacy am I creating? Does my style of leadership build a legacy or leave an imprint on my people that I actually want to be remembered by or for? Or does it leave an imprint that makes people remember us in poorer light, or perhaps not remember us at all because of the way in which we led? So I've just got three things that I think really lead to developing a positive legacy in your leadership and investing into people who are coming behind you. And the first thing is this: prioritize relationships. We talk a lot about in leadership that relationships are absolute key. And don't underestimate how important they are. And you've got to ask yourself, all the relationships that I have with the people I lead, are they leaving a imprint or a memory of me that is positive, is going to leave a lasting impact on their life, is going to have a positive impact on their next steps and in their future? Are the relationships I'm building investing or sowing the seeds for the future development of these people, or are they just built around what I can get out of them or what I need from them? Relationships, investing and prioritizing in relationships positively builds a legacy where people are lifted up for the future, and that's really, really key. So first thing is this: prioritize relationships, get to know your people, learn what makes them tick, take an interest in them, take an interest in their hobbies, in their families, in their life. Learn to know how your people live. And as you do that, what you will do is you will develop positive, wholesome relationships with your people that will leave a lasting impression and legacy. The second thing is, you need to lead the whole person. Leadership is never just about outcomes. It's never just about spreadsheets. It's never just about numbers. It's about the whole person. Sometimes the way people behave, sometimes the way they perform is tied up in a world of experience, in a world of pain, in a world of disappointment that we don't see. It's all beneath the surface. And if all we do is we look at what happened that might have disappointed us, or what happened that maybe didn't meet the mark, we may miss being able to invest in and lead the whole person. Take the time to converse with your team if they're not meeting standards, or if they're not performing the way you would like to. Before you jump on them, before you criticize them, before you reprimand them, take the time to just inquire. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? I noticed this didn't get done. Is there something that I can help you with? Are you worried about something? Is there any challenges you're facing in your private life that might be impacting your work life? Take the time to lead the whole person. When you understand what motivates people's behaviors, when you understand what drives them to do the things they do, you can very often address the problems more effectively rather than just targeting the result or the person that was responsible for the result. You can actually get beneath the surface and actually lead them towards greater and greater outcomes. They will feel valued because you took the time to inquire. They will feel supported, and they will actually come away from that experience wanting to actually work harder for you and perform better for you. So lead the whole person. Don't just lead for outcome or results. And the third thing is this: lift up for the future. Invest in your people. Train them to learn new skills, train them to be better at what they do, pay for them to go to courses, go to training. Why? Because as you lift people up for their future, you're not just investing in what you're doing, but you're investing in their future so that they can be a better individual. They have more opportunities available to them. As Richard Branson once said, that train people so well that they actually have to leave you and go on to better employment, but treat them so well that they actually want to stay. And that's what really relationship and legacy is all about, is you invest in your people, equip them to be the best they can be, equip them to outgrow their jobs and their positions. Don't hold them back, don't stifle them, don't stop them from using their creativity or stretching themselves. Release them, let them grow, but then build such positive relationships with them that they actually want to stay and they actually want to be a part of what you're doing. Because when they understand that they're building not only a legacy for you, but they're also building a legacy for themselves, people will invest in your vision. They will invest in what you're asking them to do with greater and greater enthusiasm. So that's my 3 reflections about legacy, and just reflecting on my great aunt and the legacy she left and imprinted on the lives of the students and the people that she worked with throughout her many years. And I want to encourage you to do the same. Look beyond today, build for the future, prioritize relationships, equip people by leading the whole person, not just for outcomes, and make sure you lift them up and invest in them to be better for their future as well. All right, if you've enjoyed today, it was brought to you by the Leading for Success course. So if you want to grab that, you can just click the link in the description. I've also got a free link for my goal setting guide. If you want to grab my free goal setting guide, you can grab that as well. If you've enjoyed today, please subscribe and share it with a friend and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you want me to tackle a topic that is burning in your heart or mind or experience, and I'd love to talk about it. Until next time, I'm Tarun Stevenson. Lead well, and we'll see you later.